estimated 23 million Americans really can't read it well enough.
To former First Lady Barbara Bush, literacy was not only her cause, but her passion. She and President George Bush often read to school children, and she later developed the Barbara Bush Foundation for Family Literacy. Even after leaving office, she never stopped pursuing her goal. In 1997, as she often did, she came to North Texas to headline this literacy event.
We can only do it together as partners. We can only do it if business does more than pay lip service to the need for a literate workforce, and if the government makes literacy a long-term priority.
Perhaps her most famous literary work was Millie's book about their beloved pet. The English Springer Spaniel was often seen following the Bushes around the White House. Mrs. Bush had become quite used to politics. She helped her husband run for Congress, vice president, and ultimately president. During his re-election bid, she campaigned in Fort Worth back in September 1992.
My life is easy. The president has to make the hard decisions. He's the one that has to decide what gets cut and what doesn't get cut.
After a tough loss, Mrs. Bush welcomed her successor, Hillary Rodham Clinton, to the White House. But Barbara Bush occasionally had a sharp tongue that could get her into trouble, though she will always be remembered for another role she served.
You know what my kids call me? The enforcer.
It was a role she seemed to relish, but she was a proud mother and often bragged about their son, George W. Bush. Before becoming the 43rd president, he was elected governor of Texas twice.
Let me just tell you that Big George and I voted for him already. Phew. And
that would have been news.
I think he's going to win, and he deserves to win. He's been a great governor of Texas.
The Bushes were asked about their secret to a successful marriage when they gathered to celebrate their 50th wedding anniversary in 1995.
You can't say it's because of this gang behind us, but...
Great wife, you know.
The Bushes were married for 73 years, the longest of any presidential couple. She is only the second First Lady whose son went on to become president. Mrs. Bush appeared with her husband at the opening of their oldest son's presidential library at SMU in Dallas in 2013. And while the former first couple were in and out of the hospital during the past several years, that didn't keep them from making public appearances. Whether it was taking part in the coin toss at the Super Bowl in Houston last year, attending the World Series in Houston, or the concert benefiting the victims of last year's hurricanes, a beloved First Lady in and out of the White House who valued service to country and her family. Jack Fink, CBS 11 News.